Hello, my name is Blake Adamson. I'm a second-year mechanical engineering student at the University of Alberta. In this CV, I'll talk about my education, my work experience, my experience with sports. Then I'll highlight my personal achievements, the goals that I want to achieve in the near future, and my long-term goals. Prior to coming to university, I went through the Calgary Catholic school system. In high school and junior high, I achieved multiple honors in study and athletics. My successes in high school granted me the ability to go to the University of Alberta, where I'm currently taking mechanical engineering. I expect to graduate in 2017 with a bachelor's degree in engineering. I've currently worked in 3 different fields. The first, I worked at Tip Top Tailors as a sales associate. And within a month of working at Tip Top Tailors, I was responsible for most of the managerial and assistant manager jobs in the store. They consisted of opening and closing the store, handling the money during transactions, dealing with customers, depositing the store's revenue at the bank at the day's end, and signing in and out of the closing and opening books. When I worked for Home Depot, I had 2 jobs there. First as a cashier, where I handled money that was given to me for the products. The second, I worked as the night freight worker. While working as a night freight worker, I was trained to operate their heavy machineries, which consisted of reach trucks and order pickers. Finally, I worked at Waymark Interior Demolitions. I worked for them as general labor, and I gained great experience from them as to what a construction or demolition site looked like and how interactions in there worked. Working at the Home Depot and Waymark, I learned about proper PPE techniques and to understand MECE. I was almost always participating and playing in sports. I usually played team sports, but occasionally played sports where I was the sole participant, such as track and field. The sport that I participated the most was football. I played as a defensive back with a total of 10 seasons, and that encompassed over 8 years. I started in an elementary school with the Calgary Mavericks football team, and I continued with them for 7 seasons, where we won 1 city championships, and during my final season, I was awarded the Defensive Player of the Year. In my last 3 years of football, I played for the Notre Dame High School, where we won city championship once, and we were able to get to it again. However, we did not win the second time. While at the Notre Dame High School, I also competed with both their swim teams and the track and field teams. I did this for over 3 years. Also, in my senior year of high school, I started on our varsity rugby team playing as a flanker. When I was a child, I also played soccer for about 3 years, and through this entire time, I practiced book-long martial arts between seasons. Growing up, I was heavily invested in Beavers, Cubs, and Scouts, spending 3 years in each and doing a total of 9 years. In my final years of Scouts, I was a Sixer for my group. The Sixer is the Scout who's appointed the leader of the group. I heavily enjoyed this responsibility and being able to see that my Scouts were succeeding and knowing that I was a part of that. I have an advanced driver's license. I'm also licensed through the Home Depot to operate their order pickers and their reach trucks. I pride myself on my fitness, my cooperation with others, my willingness to work hard, and the ability to solve problems. I feel comfortable working independently or as part of a crew. I find comfort in working in high-stress situations. I feel I'm capable of doing so. My short-term goals thus far are to finish and pay for my education. My long-term goal is to join the Canadian military, become a pilot, and eventually go to space and have the opportunity to advance our society. If you are at all interested in me and like to reach me, I've put my contact information on the screen.